So today we are going towards Qrendi in the south of Malta because there is a car and bike show. Now, these should be older bikes, so it would be kind of cool to see them. Behind me you can see Medina, the old city. The place we're going at Qrendi is a little chapel. Today they celebrate St.Matthew. And it's got a little cave underneath, a little niche. And right behind it, not too far away from it, there's a place called Maqluba. It used to be a cave system, most likely, and then the ceiling collapsed, so now it's just a random hole in the ground, and a lot of folklore over the years developed around it. Now it's just a cool spot to go check out, and some people, I believe, also go there to do some climbing. There might be some graded routes there and that are bolted. If you intend to go, you'd better check up on that, because my memory isn't very clear on that, but I'm pretty sure there are. But what we're going to see is the car show and the bike show. I'm not sure if you can listen. There's these birds right now that are migrating. Urt al-Nahl, we call them in Malta, or Irt al-Nahl, the destruction of the bees. I'll check up on their English names. They're a very nice bird. They're very colorful, and their shape is very triangular. Their wings are very triangular and sharp. They maneuver really well in the sky because they want to catch insects. They want to catch bees, which, seeing them fly, will tie us to something we will be doing later on in the afternoon. But even before that, there's another event that I want to check out. We'll check that out. It's motorcycle related. We will be heading to Cycle World for a new release, but I won't talk about it yet. Stay tuned later on and we'll see what that's all about. But for now, our destination is Qrendi, specifically the Chapel of St.Matthew. Talk to you later. Try and make sense of this, guys. He's going super slow and he's pushing all the way out in the middle so I can't overtake. Look at that. There's like a gap on the inside. Look how far out. That's why you, around the bends, you need to be careful not to pull too far out, because see? Nyam, nyam, nyam. Like you'll find that guy coming straight ahead of you. So always be aware. And always ride defensively. Let's see if he'll do another nyam nyam around this corner. Oh, no, we might get rid of him easily. What? Next one, maybe? There you go. So always give yourself a bit of space from the middle of the lane, because you don't know. You'll find a bus turning a corner. Always ride like you're the weakest link in the chain, because you are. Even your bike is stronger than you. Your advantage is your malleability, that your body is soft, and your gear. And you hope for a long slide without any walls or anything, or barriers, poles. So, always ride within your limits. Look at that, there's this gravel on the ground right now. You need to be aware of your surroundings all the time. If you're just riding and you're thinking about what you're doing on the bike, right? Just your inputs and the feeling of what you're feeling, and you're not aware of your surroundings. You're not looking at what's behind you. This is on the road, right? Not on a track. On the track, it's a different thing. I have no experience on tracks, but I imagine it's vastly different because the environment is controlled and traffic is going one way. But on the streets, road surface is super important. Your surroundings are super important. Who's behind you is important. How they're behaving, keeping an eye on even their front tire to see if they're going to go one way or the other, if they're thinking about it without using an indicator. So these are all things you need to keep in mind. To our right there is Fifla. It's the smallest island in the archipelago of Malta. It used to be a bit bigger, but the British in World War II used it for target practice, and now it's smaller, and it's surrounded with explosives. So sometimes they clean up, and they're still finding stuff there. It's protected. No one's allowed to go there within a certain distance from it. There's a special lizard that only lives there, to my knowledge. That's Fifla. And we're going towards a couple of I'm not sure if they're megalithic or Neolithic temples. Some really well preserved temples just over the crest here. They're UNESCO World Heritage. They're covered as well, so it minimizes erosion. So if you can come this way, there's a lot of things to see, historically in Qrendi, Maqluba, the two temples that measure equinox and all that stuff. And then there's Zurir, which also has it's picturesque, it's nice, takes you to a couple of nice spots to see. The waters are beautiful. And also a really big great white shark was caught there, and you can go and check pictures of that. To my right is the temple I told you about. You can see there's a little dome on it to protect it from the weather, and we need to go in one of these side streets. So need to concentrate a bit because I'm not 100% familiar. Oh, there you go. The road got really narrow with these spaces, but it's not like we're gonna get lost here. Whoa, but it's a bump. So it goes through there, and then down there's a little cove where all the boats are, and there's a couple of nice restaurants over there as well. I'll hold back a bit from this guy because there's water dripping out of it. And I got the map in my head. Didn't put the GPS on. So keeping some distance from a big lorry or truck is good. In case something like that happens, you'll have time to brake and then still have distance. In case he decides to reverse, you have time to honk your horn, but also maneuver out of the way, because you don't have a reverse on this thing. So you gotta be aware of that. Okay, I don't think it's this. We'll go a bit further on. If not, I'll pull out the GPS and check. But it feels like we're getting too close to Qrendi now. There's a chapel, a roundabout, and we need to keep going through there. Maqluba, yeah, there's the signage. This is all closed off already, so we just need to find a place where to park our motorcycle. Kind of want to throw it here, but it won't be 100% kosher. You see, I was expecting that to happen, and it did actually. I was expecting that guy to reverse. But you know, it saved us because we were aware of it. I might try and leave the bike here. It's not kosher, but because of the event, we might get away with it. I'm more concerned about this guy not seeing the bike. To see the next part, click here. Come on, click it.
If you enjoyed this content and want to motivate me, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching.